These days, yeah. These days. Look, I'm still not over Kobe and Gianna. COVID locked us up, but can't get justice for Brianna. And everybody wants a tea, but no one wants a drama. And city girls on period, but I just need a comma. Yeah, I just need a pause. Yeah, please hold the applause, cause I got mad anxiety, the energy is off. And we don't say the things we feel for fear of being soft. That's like potato or potato, yeah, the gravy or the sauce. Yeah, there's something in the water, something in the water. Yeah, I just really hope, said I just really hope. I said I'm still not over Kobe and Gianna. COVID locked us up, it can't get justice for. We can't get justice for. There ain't no justice for. I really wanna live, but I don't know how. No, I don't know how. I've been swimming, but there's something in the water. Something in the water. I said I really wanna live, but don't know how. Really wanna try, but don't know how. I just really hope my time's not out when time runs out. Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Raw. I am your host, Girl on Rocks, and I am joined today with Justy and Johan, and we just wrapped up I Am Learning How to Live Again. And we were all just talking behind the camera like we are actually all trying to do that right now. So the song is super dope. It's all about current events and kind of what we all been going through in the last few years, few months. So tell me a little bit about the creative process, building this song and putting it out there.
Yeah, well, the song was written sort of at the height of all the craziness going on in the country, and I was just in a really bad mental spot, and it felt like everything was mounting, like one bad thing was happening after the other. So I got to a point where I felt like, I'm just trying to learn how to live. I'm just trying to learn how to function and do the basic things that I need to do to survive. So when that came to me, I was sort of getting into this mood where I'm like, sometimes it feels like you're drowning and you're trying to swim, you're trying to get back to where you need to get to, but sometimes it feels like the only option is to drown, So it takes on a very dark tone, but it's also how I was feeling. It's mentally how I was feeling and how a lot of the rest of the country was feeling too. So that's how it started for me, and I really connect with it because it is a vulnerable, kind of honest song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I loved it. Even from the beginning, just getting into it, I was like, she's talking facts. Oh, she's talking facts.
Yeah.
So I really do commend you for putting it out there.
Thank you.
And being real. You know what
Thank
I
you.
mean? I think that's my favorite thing of your music. And, when I was doing my homework, I was just like, okay, like, I like the variety of the music, but I also love that there's a story to it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about yourself and why your music is so personal to you.
Yeah, so I'm Justy. I've been creating, I would say, since I was 12 years old. I started, at least writing and sort of getting my emotions out. I always liked to write. And when I realized I could add some sort of rhythmic element to my writing, that's when I really got into music. I was in several very bad bands, but what it did teach me was consistency. Because even though we were bad, even though I wasn't at the top level of my writing or my singing or anything, it taught me to keep at something if you really love it and if you're really passionate about it. So I did just that, and with time and improvement, I was able to create the music I'm creating now, which I feel is sort of like jazz, hop, neo-soul, that sort of fusion. But it's so important to me because I know I was sort of shy when I was in school, and music is like an outlet, and music allows a lot of expression. And even if I didn't feel seen in my everyday life, I felt really seen in music. So to have that platform and to be able to share it with many other people around the country, around the world, it's amazing to me, and it's a huge confidence boost, and it's nice to be able to be transparent about issues that some people aren't able to be vocal about. So that representation and that passion is like 2 and 2 for me when it comes to my artistry.
That's a beautiful way to explain
Thank you.
your creation. You know what I mean? And so I think that your organization, as far as your website, your link tree, you are very organized and up to date. And, it's 2022, and you have to keep up with everything going on. So how have you been balancing social media and being an artist and still creating fresh ideas?
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny you mentioned that, because I remember during the pandemic, I started a TikTok. And I felt kind of out of place because I'm like, I'm too old for TikTok. Like, I'm in my 20s. But, it's crazy. Once you're on those platforms and you're engaging with people and you're, like, finding your community, it becomes easier to keep up with those things because you're doing something that you like. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like that in school, in just life, and, of course, in my music. If I like what I'm doing, it becomes more fun than of a burden. The business end of things has always been something that's like, all right, you got to focus on business as well. But in terms of the socials and kind of just like communicating with people, that stuff is fun to me. So I've been able to keep up with it well. And again, being passionate about this, being determined and consistent, all these different things add to that as well. So it's really just rooted in personality and passion and love for what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so when did you meet the amazing
guitar
player here?
Wow.
Johan?
So it's crazy because we were talking about how we met the other day. We met through a mutual friend. He had sort of been like hanging around at college radio, and he plays drums. So he was telling me that Johan was really good with guitar and such. So when we met and I heard him play, I was like, you said good. Like, you didn't say, he's out here shredding the guitar. So after that, it's just, we've been playing together ever since, whenever we can. And it's awesome. It's a great feeling to be able to play with your friends. I will say that, especially being a solo artist, you get lonely up there sometimes.
Of course.
It's really nice to have a friend to play with. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's see more of this beautiful fusion of sound that you have going on. Yes. We're going to get into the next tune, the Get Out.
Ooh.
Let's
groovy
do it,
one.
Guys.
Oh, wait, don't go. Oh, wait, don't look. I was solid on my own. Love don't come round me no more. I can't afford to lose my head, 'cause my heart's already gone. I don't sleep too good no more. I'm chasing thoughts around my dome. I'm like a dog without a home. I walk the streets at night alone. You said you wanna change, man. Tired of running games and find a different game plan, 'cause I can see your range and you said you wanna change, man. Tired of running games and you found a different game plan, 'cause I can see your range and oh, ain't no telling where I'm going, but I'm getting out of here, out of here. Oh, 'cause the future's pretty scary, but the past holds all my fears, all my fears. So I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out, go. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out, go. I could almost see the light and then I'm out. I could almost see the light and then I'm out. I could almost see the light and then I'm out. I could almost see the light and then I'm out.
All right, you guys, we are back with Justy, and we just heard the Get Out. And no, it's not like the Scary Movie, you guys. This song actually, when I'm listening to it, I really feel like I want to ignite change in my life.
Yeah.
And I think that it was a beautiful way to express just wanting to really break free of bad habits and anything that's holding you back. So at what point in your life did you realize that music is it for me? Like, I want to do this 24/7.
I was in high school, actually. Post like my bands when I was younger, and everyone just dropped out, and it was just me. I was like, I guess I have to sing. There's no one else. But I was in high school, and I got the opportunity to be in a music class, and it's weird, just like physically feeling a guitar again for the first time in so long. I was kind of like, whoa, I really enjoy this. Like, I really like this. And I think if I can be dedicated with this, I think that if I practice and believe in myself, I think I can actually do this. And that's honestly how it started. Once I picked up that guitar in high school, I just kept at it that whole time, and I just practiced and kind of honed my artistry. And went through a lot of different changes in my artistry, but that got me back in the path that I needed to be in. So.
And what was your favorite phrase, well, not phrase, but phase of your artistry? Because, you know, we all go through those crazy, you know, so what has been your favorite phrase, or is it now? Are you at your favorite place right now?
Now I'm at my most natural phase. But my favorite was, I was like, when I was in high school, I would listen to a lot of like the alt rock bands, so like a lot of Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, stuff like that. So I was sort of trying to mimic those groups, and you can imagine doing that with one instrument and one person was was very funny. So it was my favorite because I really had the heart. I really believed in it. But it was awful. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
And so we live in a society where security means everything. Yeah. Right? So what was it like going to your family and telling them, hey, I want to do music, I want to make music, I'm an artist, and I create?
You know, it was interesting because I think that I kind of got a little bit of an easier in with it because I was going to college, and I went to college, and I did good in school, and I majored in English. So it's like, I'm still writing, you know, but I'm like, I want to do this specifically. And I showed my sort of value and passion in it with my work, with results. So just being able to go to them and be like, hey, like, look, I got this publication. Like, hey, I did this, I did that. I think that sort of eased things a bit, but naturally it was scary. Like, you kind of want to just do the thing that they want you to do.
Absolutely.
But you got to do what's in your heart, because that will help you excel in it, you know, if you're really passionate about it. So I just sort of went for it because I knew, I was sure, like, that's what I wanted to do. So here I am now.
I love it. And that's what the Get Out is all about.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's about, you know, sticking true to your core and sort of liberating yourself from anything that is put onto you, you know, and setting yourself free. Because when you're in that dark space, sometimes you need to just free yourself in order to find yourself again. Absolutely. So that song really hones in on that really well.
All right, well, we got more music for you guys, so stay tuned with us. Let's get into the next jam.
Look, just for pretense, my heart is broken beyond the pieces. So technically this conversation could defy reason. I find my music bump the loudest when it's cuffing season. The irony of love and love, but I don't know the meaning. Cause when I say I love you, swear to God I really mean it. But all my actions and reactions just demean the meaning. And I don't wanna use my daddy issues as a reflex. I don't wanna do the single and I got nowhere to run. Unless I'm running to myself. I'm looking for the answers, but I never think to ask myself. I never think. Look, when I love myself again, maybe I can love again. Maybe I could. When I love myself again, maybe I can love again. Maybe I could. When I love myself again, maybe I can love again. I could be my own best friend. I could learn to love this skin. I could really. Now I don't wanna be a bitter Betty, and I admit that in the moment I was feeling petty, but I would be remiss to say it didn't hurt me heavy, cause I remember all the highs before the lows were ready. I lost my love, I lost my friends, I almost lost my faith, and what I'm bringing to the table with an empty plate, it's like you showing up for dinner and everybody ate, and breakups are bittersweet, hope you enjoy your cake. I'm single and I got nowhere to run. Unless I'm running to myself. I'm looking for the answers, but I never think to ask myself. I never think. Look, when I love myself again, maybe I can love again. Maybe I could. When I love myself again, maybe I can love again. Maybe I could. When I love myself again, maybe I can love again. I could be my own best friend. I could learn to love this skin. I could really say this a eulogy for you and me. I hope that life becomes the things you always wish it be. I wish you happiness and everything you wanna be. I pray the pain and all the hate could leave to set us free. Cause I won't act like you just didn't mean the world to me, or our ending really brought me any kind of peace. But you taught me life is more than what you make it seem. I gotta learn to love myself because I'll never leave. I said I'll never leave. No, I'm just stuck with me. I like that. I'll never leave. No, I'm just stuck with me. I guess I'm stuck with me. Cause when I love myself again, maybe I can love again. Maybe I could. And I can be my own best friend. Yeah. I could be my own best friend. Yeah. Yeah.
We are back, you guys. We just heard Rinse, Repeat, Regress. And I am just super interested to know, how did you come up with this name for this song?
Ooh, yeah.
When you told it to me and then I listened to it, I'm like, interesting title. So please tell me a little bit about the creative process naming this song.
So I realized, and I got to a point where I was kind of like, in every dynamic I've had in life, whether it was a relationship or a friendship, I really didn't love myself. Like, I could honestly answer that and say I didn't love myself. And I realized I was just going through this cycle of sort of like input, output without actually stopping to love myself. And because I was doing that, I was actually regressing. I wasn't improving and I wasn't moving forward. I was just getting setback. So when I had time to be alone and I didn't have any distractions, I was able to sit down and really, one, admit that to myself, and then two, be like, this is a great song, actually, so let's make that. So, the song just touches on accepting that you do have this flaw, you do acknowledge that you don't love yourself, but imagine if you could, or imagine if you did. Like, you could be self-sufficient if you had that amount of love that you give to others for yourself. So
That's beautiful, because a lot of the times, the kind of music you make, right?
Yeah.
and some of the artists that you're inspired by, that genre of music, they don't really dive into the self-love. It's always about loving someone else or heartbreak. So for you to go and take that dive into, wait, how about we peel back all of the layers and really go back into center, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so you have to be on a path of healing yourself, are you?
Yeah, I am, and I'm actually so glad you brought that up, because I even realized in some of my favorite artists, like Amy Winehouse, I mean, her music is all just heartbreak, and here, take all these pieces of me and leave me with nothing. And I don't want that, you know, and I didn't want that. So I really had to step back and reevaluate my whole self. And for me, self-love was, you know, getting back into good routines, healthy routines, you know, good eating or working out, you know, clearing my mind when I was writing, keeping a clean space. All these things were a part of my healing path. And I'm still on my healing journey, right?
Definitely.
I'm still healing. But I'm learning, like, everything that I've given out, it's like slowly coming back to me. It feels like my puzzle is like, you know, slowly getting complete again. So that's a beautiful feeling. And that's better to me than just giving.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
No, I think that was a great way to express it. And also just being different.
Yeah.
You know, in an age where we have YouTube shows and live streaming and everything like that, it's super important to show people how you can stand out. So I think being able to make cool songs like you do is really dope. So let's get into this track, Cool, right now. This is Raw.
1, 2, 3, go. Da da dee dee da, da da dee dee da. Yeah, you know it's nothing. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know it's nothing. Yeah. 'Cause I noticed in the morning I ate. When you hurt me, I don't worry, I just. 'Cause I noticed in the moment I ate. When you hurt me, I don't worry, I just. So we could talk if we want to. Ride around the city with a bag full. Money in the air, money in the air. I don't really care, baby, I don't care. I've been saving on my pain. I'm cashing in on rainy days. I mean, this year has really changed. I guess we're all just still the same. I know it's cool when you're hurting inside. Cool, keep a girl by your side. Cool, if I gave you the world, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. No love lost, no love gained. Just sweet talk, let's play games. I'm broken, you're battered. Let's exchange family matters. Touch me like I might matter. Choose love like it's the latter. Happily ever after. I never got my ending chapter. Cool, when you're hurting inside. Cool, keep a girl by your side. Cool, if I gave you the world, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. No, it wouldn't matter. So no, it wouldn't matter. I could give you the world. Give you the world. Yeah. 'Cause I noticed in the morning I ain't tripping over. When you hurt me, I don't worry. 'Cause you know it's nothing new. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. makes you feel good, yeah. Every time we try and play cool, we don't meet the expectations, baby. Every push and every pull, we don't meet the expectations, baby. I'm just a fool, and I see stars when I look at you. I'm so into you. Let's take our time, we can't fall too soon. Look, every time we try and break up, we don't meet the expectations, baby. Every time we try and make up, we don't meet the expectations, baby. I'm just a fool, and I see stars when I look at you. I'm so into you. Let's take our time, we can't fall too soon. We don't meet the expectations. We don't meet the expectations, baby. We don't meet the expectations. We don't meet the expectations, baby. I'm just a fool, and I see stars when I look at you. I'm so into you. Let's take our time, we can fall. I said, every time we try and break up, we don't meet the expectations. Every time we try and make up, we don't meet the expectations. And I'm just a fool, and I see stars when I look at you. I'm so into you. Let's take our time, we can't fall too soon. We don't meet the expectation. We don't need the expectations. Yeah, we can meet the expectations, but we don't need the expectations. 'Cause we're just fools, and I see stars when I look at you. I'm so into you. Let's take our time, we can't fall. Yeah.
All right, you guys, we are back. That was Expectations with Justy. We are going to wrap this thing up, but before we go, we want to know where we can find you on social media, where can we find your music, everything.
So main social media I'm utilizing is Instagram, and you can follow me at Justy Music. I also have a Twitter at Justy's Music. If you want to find all of my other links, it's best to just go to justymusic.com because you can find everything there, YouTube, TikTok, everything. So
Awesome.
justymusic.com is the place to be.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
And how about you? Where can we find you?
I mean, I don't really do it. You know, my Instagram is more of a personal thing. I don't really do any sort of like professional stuff. It's probably just best to just follow
If
Justin.
we see Justy,
Yeah,
we see you.
yeah,
That
Find
it
me,
is.
you'll find him.
Literally, like the only person who tags me in anything is Justin.
Listen, that's
So-
how you got to do it. You got to
Yeah.
keep it in the family. You know
There
what I
we
mean?
go.
Well, thank you so much for coming
Thank
to the
you.
studio. We hope to have you again soon. We
Yes.
hope to do some work together soon.
Yes.
And just keep it going. Stay confident. You've been doing this for a decade. Okay? You've been
Ooh.
doing this for a decade.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm sure that there are people who are looking up to you and are just proud of you every day. And I'm so happy that I was able to learn more about you today.
Thank you.
And
Likewise.
we're going to share this episode to everyone.
Yes.
And we love the music.
Yes.
This is Raw. I'm Girl and Rocks. And we'll be back with more episodes soon.